All right, we are here with my friend Tom, who just won the Edison tournament at RetroCon. Got 150 bucks and a $25 gift card. What deck did you play?
I played Flamvell Fire Dog.
Nice. Do you want to talk about the deck at all before you go into it, or just kind of want to explain as you go along?
Not really. There's a couple cards I had changed, but it mostly stays the same.
All right, let's see it.
We play 3 Flamvell Fire Dog.
Nice.
2 Sorcerer. You don't want to play 3 because of the bricks. And then we play 3 Caius, 3 Hamster, 3 Raikou. Stereotypical Hamster Raikou Caius package. Then we play Lila. She just comes up a lot to loop, popping back row to open up your lines to get through Fire Dog through on the attack. And also Milty 3s to turn 1 normal summon, which is really good with rekindling. Gores for an alternate defensive card, just too good of a card not to play. Trooper. Milling 3 cards, 1900 B-Stick. Drawing a card when it's destroyed is really useful. Also modulates your synchro line by getting a level 3 monster, so you can make like BRD and other stuff like that. The last tech, Arabellum. I want to run an additional hamster target, as well as the fact that this card can rip cards from your opponent's hand, which can be pretty useful in matches where people play resource reliant decks against you. Fortunately, this card wasn't that good in the tournament. I've sided out almost every single game. The decks are just like okay against, I didn't play into them. I really just wanted an additional hamster target because it came up a lot where I go through all my Raikous because of all the milling the deck does. But it didn't really come up during the course of the tournament because I played another power spell later. That other power spell is 3 Avarice. Any situation where I need to resolve a hamster for like a 3rd or 4th time, I was able to Avarice my targets back. So never really came up that I needed the Arabellum. And we play like all the power spells, heavy, MST, break on, charge with Light Brigade because we play the Lightsworn cards, including Lila. And then we play 3 Book of Moon. This is probably the best spell to main deck in this deck to help you get over stuff like Book of Moon Monarchs, Book of Moon Alias on an open board state so they can't tribute with G-Sparks as we face up to tribute it, other things like that to get your Fire Dog attacks through. And then we play 3 Rekindling. Power spell the deck, we want to resolve this as much as possible. Pretty much win every game that you were kindling at least 3 monsters. And then we run some traps, Dust Shoot, Solemn, Torrent, Mirror Force. Those are all staples. You got pretty much play them in any deck that has at least some trap lineup. Call the Haunted, 2 Bottomless, and then card that I was running just like the deck, 2 Legacy. A lot of people run Summoner Monk in this deck, and this card is replaced with like 2 to 3 copies of Upstart Goblin, but every time I resolved, I had Summoner Monk in my hand, I would always have with me another power spell like Rekindling or Avarice, and I never want to discard that card. So I decided to cut it from the deck, along with like any instances of the Cat Engine. A lot of games came up when testing where I would want to have a bluff set, a card that could just chain to anything like Raw Teeth with Raikou, target the back row. And I would oftentimes bluff set a Upstart Goblin, and this card is just better in that situation, a bluff set. Extra deck, 2 Colossal, 2 Stardust, Thought Ruler, Red Dragon Archfiend. Because we have access to level 7s in this deck, Arabellum, Arcanite, make this with Arabellum, and Lila. Had a crazy play where I had like a Lila stay on the field since turn 1, my opponent set 4 back row, I have Lila effect, book Lila, flip summon Lila effect, normal Arabellum, make Arcanite, pop all 4 back row. Black Rose Dragon. And then we have like Brio Goyo, make these with Flamvell Magician plus Raikou. And then a couple level 5s. These 2, you make them typically with Arabellum and Raikou. I can come up. You can like reset book, set your hamster, flip it up, get the Arabellum from deck from the turn prior or something like that. And then 2 Chimera Tech, because this deck has the extra deck space to play 2 of them. Side deck, 2 Sidra, Mindcon, good against opposing Raikos. Snag them, flip their hamster Raiko, grab your own targets with that. Use Soul Taker. Specifically, this deck's big matchup issue is playing through the Duke block. So use this to break it and make the dupe miss timing. I specifically noticed that it was pretty good because a lot of Frog players are ending on sub plus dupe on field for some reason. And this, you just like get rid of the dupe, out it, attack over the sub with Fire Dog, summon your other card, and then like kill them through that. I doubt they'll keep doing that going forward, but it's what I noticed during a couple tournaments that I was spectating. Best side deck tech card of the tournament, Chalice. You side this in against matchups of other decks that are playing like Caius, Raiko, Hamster, so that when you swing in a Fire Dog and they attempt to trade over your Fire Dog to prevent it from resolving, you just Chalice it in the damage step and its effect doesn't go off. Really important into like decks like Vayu Turu who are playing those engines, as well as just being like generally good against like this card's really good against Lightsworn. They summon JD the effect, they pay 1,000, you Chalice it. It just becomes a beat stick, they can't wipe your board. Also really good, solid against really solid as a combat trick, like chalicing your own cards when your opponents try to swing over them. Like super good in the mirror if you ever play the mirror. It's like decent against Machina because a lot of the newer builds of Machina are doing the Raiko package and stuff along with Gear Frame as its Gear Frame. 2 Dusts, deck just needs help clearing out back row. These can hypothetically be like trap stuns, but I feel like trap stun can sometimes interfere with like just like raw card advantage. Like it doesn't actually get rid of the traps, and a lot of times like you trap stun them, you summon a Stardust, and they still have like the deep prison set for the Stardust you make after you get through your Fire Dog attack. Side these specifically for Vayu Turbo, like Vayu Turbo, Hero Beat, stuff like that. Prevent them from resolving Miracle Fusion Vayu effects. Can also be like relatively good against other decks that do graveyard manipulation. It's pretty good in those matchups because those decks will often side in cards like Soul Release DD Crow to like make you resolving Rekindling be substantially worse, or like push you off the card or push you off Avarice, so this can like seal up your plays. As well as you can Rekindling and bring back your whole field, and then Rekindling states a resolution, you try to banish all the cards you brought back, so this can let you keep a card, so you want to keep a Fire Dog on field or something like that, like even Awkward Count in your graveyard. This can help keep those cards on field. And then 3 Pulling the Rug. A lot of decks just have powerful normal summons right now. It's really good against the Frog deck, which is also your worst matchup. So like having like all of this for the Frog matchup, like Mind Control and stuff like that to help facilitate making that matchup better is really important. Yeah, that's about it. The only card deck I don't really side heavily for is Black Wings, and that's because the main deck of this deck is just really well tailored to beating that deck. Because you play like Triple Book of Moon, you play like bluff traps like Legacy and stuff like that. So you don't minus nearly as much if they like resolve an ink attack against you. You can recur the cards after Rekindling. You have like Lila in the main deck and a legit search target for it to like resolve to get rid of a Black Whirlwind off field and open game states. So I don't have to worry as much about that matchup.
Awesome. Any last thoughts on the deck or anything else you want to say?
Yeah, I would change a few cards in it. Arabellum wasn't very good. Call of the Haunted was also very subpar. Like Call of the Haunted is kind of like doubling up into cards that beat you. Like I said, DD Crow and Soul Release are good against you, so like Call of the Haunted just doubles up into playing heavy worse into those cards. I think those cards that the Arabellum should be like some other monster or some battle manipulation to help protect you if your opponent like heavies you or something. It could be the Deep Prisoner track, one of those two. And then I would probably replace Call with like another Legacy of Yatagarasu, because just cycling through your deck faster to see your win cons is really important. Like Singer Kindling or Avarice is like pertinent for this deck to win.
Awesome. Thanks.